busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver lo cierto y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo. Tú y yo descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida, el punto de partida. Vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo con mis ideas como escudo, con el sentir humano, a vivir este mundo donde el hombre nuevo busca el contrapunto. Vengo humano, vengo como tú, en busca de la huella, de la pieza del árbol y de su corteza, que guarda en su memoria que el canto de victoria cuando vimos de la tierra lloramos con tal euforia. Y abrimos así nuestros brazos tan encadilados y nos acurrucamos al origen de los tiempos, a la fuente del universo donde yace el sentimiento de vivir este comienzo. Vengo con la sangre roja, con los pulmones llenos de rimas en mi boca, con los ojos rasgados, con la tierra en las manos. Venimos con el mundo y venimos con su canto. Vengo a construir un sueño, el brillo de la vida que habita en el hombre nuevo. Vengo buscando un ideal de un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida, vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno. Vengo buscando un ideal de un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que só fácil, tudo que eu pedisse só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse, mas que pena, já era. Não deixe mais aquela tão bela e singela, e nem dá. Porque
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Now Golden State's starting five. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the five, roaming the paint. Rebounded by Bogut. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Irving kicks to Smith. Fires from 14. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Here is Livingston. Barnes passes to Bogut. Livingston kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Livingston. 5 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Well, for J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Now here's LeBron. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. James with it, picked up by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Livingston kicks to Barnes. Some nice passing by Golden State. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Irving attacking. No one near him. Nice jump shot. Good. Irving's got his first points in this one.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Livingston dishes to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he's kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Here's Irving. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Smith the pass to Irving. Smith kicks to LeBron. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Here is Livingston. Back to Bogut. No good. Good D by Thompson. Kicks it to Irving. Love outside. Back to Irving. Lets it go. Down low. Here's Thompson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And that'll tie this game up.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here is Livingston. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Livingston's got his second bucket. Irving drives in. Thompson right side. Back to Irving. He dishes it to Smith. Thompson right side. Outside Irving. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Thompson's got 6 points. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Irving. Bogut dishes to Livingston. The three from Barnes. It's rebounded by Cleveland. On the wing, Thompson. In the corner, it's James. The drive by Thompson. Dishes to Love. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Livingston kicks to Bogut. It's tipped and stolen by Love. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Smith the pass to Love. He kicks it to Thompson. It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Livingston dishes to Green. Here's Thompson for the three. And another three for Golden State.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. On defense, the Warriors. 6-point lead. Back to James. Outside Irving. 4 on the shot clock. To halt the run.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Warriors also making a change. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Cavaliers making the shot. Livingston kicks to Green. Iguodala's drive and power down the jam.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. There's the dish to Livingston. Iguodala against LeBron. The drive by Green. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Out to Smith. James outside. Pass to Love. Back to LeBron. Smith the pass to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Fries good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. kicks it out to Iguodala. Wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 4.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
The drive by Smith. Love kicks to Smith. And there's the pass to Fry. No good. Great D that time from Green. Here's Thompson. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Outside Irving. There's the feed to Love. It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he's willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Amon Shumpert's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Warriors, Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Love. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7". He's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Here's Clark. Feeds to Spates. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. From deep.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Here's Smith. Kicks it out to Love. Pass to Dellavedova. Back to Love. Smith drives in. Fry. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Fry's got 6.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
And Green gets it to go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Dellavedova. Following the basket by Draymond Green. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. Clark, the pass to Iguodala.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Azili's checked in for Marine Spates.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
Here's Dellavedova. The Warriors making the shot. And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. And it's Clark in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. Back to Barbosa. And no good trying to get that one. Domination in the first. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Ezeli is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Rush in at the three, the small forward. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a load down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
LeBron's checked in for Shumpert and stolen by Barnes. Here's Livingston, drops in the breakaway layup. Livingston's got 8 points.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
They grabbed their own miss. And Rush kicks to Thompson. In the corner, Rush with it. And he dunks it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys. And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, he picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli. Thompson against James. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Thompson. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with 3 there. Warriors leading by 16. Here is Livingston. He's got 8. Now Rush. Mozgov with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Irving. And the layup falls. Irving's got 6.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Here's Livingston. His three-pointers off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. LeBron dishes to Mozgov. Cleveland moving it around. Dellavedova from outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Thompson with the bucket.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Irving kicks to Thompson. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Kicks it to Livingston. He feeds it to Spates. Thompson against Irving. Lets it go from the wing. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 13.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Irving kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Pass to Irving. The screen from Thompson. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. And that's now 9 points for Kyrie Irving. Warriors leading by 14. Livingston passes to Thompson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. LeBron dishes to Dellavedova. And Thompson kicks to Mozgov. Outside Irving. And another three for Cleveland.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Irving attacking, dishes to Mozgov. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Dellavedova, the pass to James. To the middle, knocked loose. Mozgov, he kicks it to Dellavedova. It's LeBron with the drive. 5 to shoot. Nobody near Irving. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Warriors leading by 15. Barnes kicks to Livingston. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Barnes against James. Now here's Spates. 6 points for him. Comes up empty from 8 feet. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Here's Mozgov. Another miss by Mozgov.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thompson misses. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Irving dishes to Smith. Back to Irving. It's tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Up the floor. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
To the left side wing. Nobody near Barnes. And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 5 assists in the game. Irving drives in. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Livingston passes to Barnes. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
And Thompson sends it back. Smith against Thompson. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Irving from long range. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Barnes, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Irving kicks to Thompson. For three, Smith falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Thompson. And Shumpert in there for LeBron. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. Shumpert a screen on Iguodala. Smith dishes to Love. Out to Shumpert. Cleveland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. On the wing, Shumpert. Off target from outside. Warriors leading by 13. Ahead. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 7 points.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Nice job coming off that screen. 10 points for J.R. Smith.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
1:53 left in the first half of the game. There's the dish to Love. To the inside. Iguodala with the steal. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Ezeli's checked in. Clark kicks to Green. This one for 3. Shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. On the wing, Shumpert. Guarded by Green. Smith, no luck.
You know, they did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Yeah, everything's been perimeter-oriented, and you have to be hitting shots to play that way.
They get it back. But they get it back. Ball's knocked loose. It's taken away by Smith. Green against Love. Shumpert passes to Irving. The feed to Fry. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. Love dishes to Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 18 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
On its way from Barbosa for 2. Not enough on that one as it misses.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
The lead now in single digits. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the ball.
Now, I would say that's a special occasion for a slam right there,
Well,
Kevin.
what kind of occasion are you talking about? Why was he saving that one? My goodness.
Guys, I'm so glad I was here to witness that with you guys.
Soft touch off the glass. Irving's got 22.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors ahead, leading by 8.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in from deep. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Barnes kicks to Bogut. From outside the arc. Livingston. Thompson with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Smith the pass to Love. In the corner, it's James. And stolen by Barnes. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the Warriors miss again.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Love can't hit. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA, and Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Here's Green. To the inside. Here's Livingston. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
The drive by Green. Bogut with a clean look. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
The Cavaliers trail by 17.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards. And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
Smith, no good.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Barnes dishes to Thompson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that one's good. Livingston's got 14 points. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
The pass to Barnes, feeds it to Livingston. And the rejection by James. Here's Smith, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Barnes. Spates kicks to Thompson. The drive by Green. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. LeBron right side. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Thompson with the bucket.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And Shumpert kicks to Love. And he gets it to go.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
It's Thompson off the drive. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And the dunk by James.
That's a big boy dunk right there. Grown man sledgehammer dunk.
That was a violent attack on the rim.
Enough said on that one.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Rush gets the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trickle.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Spates against Love. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pass to Love. Kicks it to Shumpert. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Clark, he's checked in for Golden State. Irving drives in. Here's Frye. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Frye's got 8.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Passes it to Clark. And here's Thompson. 23 points in the game. He feeds it to Clark. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. Another three for Golden State.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Mozgov passes to James. Stolen by Thompson. He dishes it to Clark. They get it again. Pass to Rush. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Drills the three-pointer. Spates has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run-out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Green. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. To halt the run. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
And it's off from three-point range. The Warriors shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Rush's shot is off. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And you know, with LeBron, he's played over 40,000 career minutes. He's played more than Larry Bird did his entire career. More than NBA Iron Man Andre Miller as well. And those miles take their toll.
And for LeBron, last season, the longest injury absence of his career. I think he's smart to protect his body, though. If he can keep healthy, he can play for a long time at a very high level.
Offensive rebound. Dishes it to Clark. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Rush is good for 3. Rush has got 11.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Irving kicks to James. Back to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mozgov. And he banks in the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. Iguodala's drive for 3. Barbosa. Mozgov grabs the board.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
LeBron with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Fry dishes to Mozgov. Shumpert passes to Irving. Fires from the line. Rush grabs the miss. Warriors shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Here's Barbosa. Soft touch off the glass. Barbosa's got his first 2 points.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And Fry kicks to Mozgov. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Ian Clark out there with Barbosa. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then it's Rush. And it's McAdoo in at the four-man position.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though. You want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
There's the dish to Clark. To the wing right side. This one for three. That one's rebounded by McRae. The Cavaliers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Jones, the pass to McRae. Down low. And a strong finish with two hands.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that on.
want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me are on the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye, have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies, tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm
And it's the Clippers. Coming in from out of town for this one, an interconference game today. Ace is looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbamute in at the 3 spot. Here's Hill. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Paul dishes to Griffin. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Hill. Allen outside. Outside George. No good from outside. And here are the Clippers now. It's a 3-point game. It's stolen by Mahinmi. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. Finished off the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Paul. Redick passes to Mbamute. And the wide open shot from Paul. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Allen kicks to Hill. George dishes to Hill. George passes to Ellis. Offline with his 3.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Paul with the three, and that is good. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Hill kicks to George. Here's Mahimi. And he overshot that one, missing. The Clippers trail. Outside Jordan. Now, here's Mbamute. Stolen by Ellis. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Out left to the wing. And it's Paul penetrating. And Allen with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Now Redick. Pass to Jordan. Looks for Paul. Hits it to him.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Ellis dishes to Hill. Mahimi kicks to Ellis. Puts up a three. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And Mbamute the pass to Jordan. Redick against Hill. Paul with the three. No luck. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And he gets it to go.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Indiana's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And the basket by Hill.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Redick. Back to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And so here is Indiana. They lead by 4. And it's Ellis penetrating. Here's Allen. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Allen's got his first points in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He was engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
And here is Jordan. George Hill getting it to go from deep. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players. Top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Now here's Jordan. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the Pacers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so here is Indiana. The Clippers getting the bucket. Mahinmi dishes to Hill. And taken away by Paul. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Tipped away. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. A three. And good on the basket. Look it. Hill's got 11. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Indiana.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Here's Hill. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to Ellis. There's the feed to Turner. Oh, that's blocked. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Griffin. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Now, here is George. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Jordan. Rivers kicks to Mbamute. Outside, Green. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 4. Hill with it. Picked up by Rivers. Now the dish to George. Back to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Crawford. Ellis the pass to George. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. George has got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now, here's Green. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And the Pacers call time here.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability. Man, how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Rivers against Lawson for 3. Green with the rebound. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Crawford dishes to Green. He feeds it to Pierce. They kick it out to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers. Hits the 3.5. Rivers has got 5.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And Turner kicks to Lawson. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 1. LA's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Green kicks to Aldridge. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
There's the screen. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pierce is running. He kicks to Green. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the shot is good. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Watson the pass to Stuckey. 4 on the shot clock. Pierce with the steal. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The drive by Green. There's the 3. And Rivers with the basket on the assist from Green.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Watson from outside. The shot no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rivers kicks to Green. Dishes to Crawford. It's Pierce on the wing. A baseline J.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
And it's Miles missing. Green dishes to Pierce. Back to Green. Here's Aldrich. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Aldrich. And he can't hit the second. And so the first quarter is in. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any. When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Johnson in at small forward.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Pacers trail by 10.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Ball left side. To the middle, Jordan. And Turner with the block. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
That's a big boy dunk right there. A grown man sledgehammer dunk.
That was a violent attack on the rim.
Enough said on that one.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And George, here we go. They set the pick. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Watson.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Paul against Watson. Paul kicks to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Allen comes in for C.J. Miles. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hills subbed in for Ty Lawson. A nice shot by George.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
The drive by Paul. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Here's Griffin. Kicks to Mba Amute. And Griffin slams it in.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time. Fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
And it's Paul penetrating to the paint. It's stolen by Mahinmi. And oh, here we go with George. No! Oh, wow! It's a beautiful jam.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Excellent D there from Allen.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet. George having a fantastic game. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Paul Pierce is checked in for the Clippers.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
It's stolen by Hill. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. And George kicks to Ellis. And it's Hill penetrating. Allen outside. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Allen. Ellis has got the game tied up here for the Pacers. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to Paul. It's Redick on the way. Feeds to Jordan. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Paul dishes to Redick. Back to Paul. Redick passes to Paul. Now the feed to Jordan. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Pacers have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field.
And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. As you said with the Clippers, Greg, they did decently against the Eastern Conference. But of the Western playoff teams, Clark, they had the second worst record against the Eastern Conference.
And, you know, things like that matter, Kevin. I mean, they struggled against Eastern Conference playoff teams, went only 6-10 against those teams last year.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers leading by 4. And it's Ellis penetrating. Here's Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And that's 15 points for Hill.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
The kick out to Hill. Hill dishes to Allen. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by Ellis. Clippers trail by 4. There's the pass to Reddick. He feeds it to Paul. Takes a 3. The Pacers pull it in. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Paul Pierce. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Hill kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Ellis. Green against Allen. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Sinks the triple. Ellis has got the lead up to 7 now for Indiana.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Outside, Green. Pass to Aldridge. Inside, Mbah-a-Moute.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Hill, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Hill. Mbah-a-Moute, the pass to Rivers. Crawford kicks to Green. Over in the corner, Mbah-a-Moute down to 5 on the shot clock. And Allen with the block. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Ellis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Ellis has got 13.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Austin Rivers. Timeout charge to the Pacers.
Timeout called the Pacers. Austin Rivers traded to the Clippers last year. A change of scenery did him well, and he was comfortable coming off the bench.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, he seemed to get steady playing time, and that's what he needed most. And also, he wasn't defined by a position. They were able to find a niche role for him to play in.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Hill. Clippers trail by 5.
And, you know, the role for Rivers last season was that of a bench scorer. I mean, not sure if he'll ever be a starter, but he can be a part of a winning basketball team with his skill set.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds. Indiana ball.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. Indiana's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And Lawson, here we go. Hill dishes to Miles. Miles with another miss.
And with the trade last season, Rivers became the first son ever to play for his father. His dad, of course, being Doc Rivers.
Pass to Crawford. Down low, here's Green. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Pass to Miles. Stuckey kicks to Miles. Hill passes to Turner. They get a hand on it. Out to Stuckey. Takes the three. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Rivers kicks to Crawford. The dish to Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Green. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Rivers dishes to Johnson. He's looking for Griffin and finds him, and he jams it with authority.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Rivers against Lawson. The kick out to Hill. Off the screen. The rebound by Johnson.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
It's a tie game in it.
All right, Kevin, here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 18 points, 2. That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop. But even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
We've got George Hill, Lavoy Allen out there with Mahimi. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ellis, and at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Baamute with the steal.
I mean, you could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Redick against Ellis. The drive by Paul. He kicks it to Redick. 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark. Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Dishes it to Jordan. It's stolen by Hill. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Hill's got 17.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it and then excellent execution.
Paul against Hill. Paul kicks to Mbamute. Back to Paul. And there's the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Indiana leading. Outside Hill. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Shots good by Ellis.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Clippers trail by 4. Paul with the ball. He has 5. Kicks to Jordan. Feeds to Mbamute. Back to Paul. Picked by Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Paul passes to Jordan to the wing right side. Shot's good from Mbamute. Mbamute's got 9 points. The Pacers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. The drive by Ellis. Goes up on the wing. That's good. 22 points here for George.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Paul against Hill. Paul dishes to Jordan. It's stolen by Allen. And George kicks to Allen. Indiana moving the ball around. And it's Ellis penetrating. And Griffin sends it back. Allen, that's good.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And Reddick kicks to Griffin. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. There's the feed to Hill. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. He's got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Clippers trail by 6.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury. Came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
The drive by Paul. Here's Jordan, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Hill passes to Allen. On the wing, Ellis. Mahimi with it. He's against Jordan. That's good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Outside Hill. From deep. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. Paul against Hill. Here's the screen to the right side. Clock at 6. Allen up top. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
That's good. And now 24 points for Hill.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
The kick out to Pierce. Let's go. Paul for three. And that one's good. Paul's got 8 points.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The three from Hill. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club.
The 50-40-90 club, something only elite scorers reach it. And Paul came close while playing point guard. He might not get the height he used to, but CP3 is very much still one of the best in our league. And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume, it's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Turner with the steal. Fires the three. Hill, no good.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And it's Paul penetrating. The pass to Pierce. Inside. Here's Aldridge. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's going to be on Miles Turner. And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like way back in 2005. Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and J.J. knew it as well.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in for George Hill. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. It led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rivers checked in. The kick out to Pierce. Green dishes to Rivers. He feeds it to Pierce. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Pierce. Here's Lawson. Great D that time from Green.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Indiana leading by 8. Hill drives in. Lawson outside. And it's Hill. That's on the assist by Lawson. Hill's got 5 now.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
And the Clippers call time here. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed it.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Rivers kicks to Aldridge. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Green kicks to Rivers, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. And Lawson, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting players, certainly. They're playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
Good point. And, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking rim. That's second in the league, and a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise him.
Yes. The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Johnson, the pass to Crawford. Rivers dishes to Griffin. Rivers kicks to Griffin, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Rivers passes to Johnson. That's good. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Stolen by Rivers. Here we go, one-on-one. Crawford dishes to Rivers. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Green kicks to Griffin. Johnson outside. Green passes to Griffin. He dishes it to Rivers. 3 on the clock. And here's Green outside. And another 3 for the Clippers. Pacers leading by 5. And Lawson, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lawson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Green kicks to Rivers. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Clippers trail by 8.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Brett. Just need to find a good shot this time.
And Indiana making a change here. Allen's checked in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from Lawson. Los Angeles has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Griffin against Hill. And then Griffin with the dunk.
cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Kicks it out to Allen. Lawson up top. Offline. And a great... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Pacers leading by 6. So for the Clippers right now, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbah-a-Moute into the 3, the small forward. The shot by Turner, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Turner with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Here's Griffin. Paul outside. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him.
Big tie bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Hill dishes to George. Beyond the arc. And it's Hill. That time the assist by George. And that's now 27 points for Hill.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Paul passes to Mbah-a-Moute. The dish now to Jordan. He kicks it to Mbah-a-Moute. Down low. Hill pulls it in.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And it's blocked.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Mahinmi kicks to Turner. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And it's Paul penetrating from past the arc. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now, here's Mahinmi, guarded closely. George against Mbah-a-Moute. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. So it's the Clippers now. They trail by 7. And it's Paul penetrating. Passes it to Jordan. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Hill kicks to Ellis. From past the arc. Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
tough that was, Gary. You just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
At the top of the key, Turner kicks it out to Ellis. On the wing, George. Right side, Hill. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
And it's Paul penetrating. Pass to Crawford. Inside. Lets it go from deep. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Jordan. 14 points for Chris Paul. Pacers leading by 6. George dishes to Hill. Here's Turner. And he makes good on the layup.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Redick passes to Crawford. Dishes to Redick. And it's Paul penetrating. It's stolen by Hill. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Jordan. Griffin kicks to Crawford. He's looking for Griffin, finds him.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Indiana's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Redick against Ellis. Outside Hill. From deep, George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Griffin. Indiana's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Turner against Griffin. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Paul against Hill. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Blake Griffin. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Shot A. I like that, Greg.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Crawford dishes to Griffin. Here's Paul. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Hill passes to George. And Jordan sends it back, and they're able to recover. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Allen's check. Checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. And Baamute's checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. You look at George Hill. He's really been playing well.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23 and 18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their two best players from a season ago.
He's checked in for the Clippers. And here is Los Angeles now. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's George, and that one is stuffed right through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Rivers against Ellis. 6 to shoot. Outside Griffin. Paul kicks to Rivers. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pacers leading by 7. Pass to George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 15 points in just the second half.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Jordan, and he slams it one-handed.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Hill kicks to Turner. At the elbow, it's Allen. Feeds it to George. Wants to get it to Turner, and does. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket. and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher, and they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Mahinmi's checked in for the Pacers. Clippers trail by 11. Paul kicks to Jordan. To the middle, stolen by Allen. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. That's good for George on the assist by Ellis. 35 points here for George.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
Kicks it to Hill. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bahamute comes in for Jamal Crawford. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Hill kicks to Ellis. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Ellis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Griffin kicks to Redick. Griffin dishes the ball. Jordan the pass to Redick. Back to Jordan. It's deflected. It's stolen by Allen. The feed now to Mahimi. Indiana moving it around. Hill kicks to Ellis. The three. The shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Stolen by Allen. And George, here we go. Hill a screen on Jordan. Mahimi dishes to Ellis. And the pass to Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 32 points for Hill.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pacers.
You're right, Steve. This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier. And now, Clark, they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win it easily.
I think this epitomizes the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance of never doubting your teammates, your coaches. This team stayed together. I really like what I've seen here tonight. They definitely earned this.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Paul George. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ellis can't get it to go.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left in the game. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Here's Miles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his... And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.